Hi, this is Joshua with One Man Show. I am so excited today. I am on the set of a Hallmark Christmas special, and I asked the producers for some permission to be able to come and do some interviews. I think because I'm moving into feature film, I get really excited about, you know, when a film comes to town. They were kind enough to give me permission to shoot and do some interviews. When it creates a special kind of vibration, a kind of excitement when I want to make feature films, and of course they're a lot smaller budget, but it gets my juices going. It gets me thinking. It gets me looking at what they use for equipment and for sound and film, and hopefully I'll be able to interview the DP and some sound people and gear people and look at some of the things and what it takes to make a film. So I'm super excited, and I know that the town of Hope really benefits by you know, having film sets shot here. I mean, we've had everything from Rambo, Planet of the Apes, Underworld shoot in the area. So, you know, it's a good location. It's a small town, and it allows film crews to, you know, do their work.
My name is Michael Larken. I'm the executive producer of A Homecoming for the Holidays, a Hallmark movie, which will be on November 29th. On the Hallmark Channel in the United States, and soon up here in Canada. I wrote the story, which means I came up with the idea. I wrote the treatment for the project, and it was an idea I had about a year or two ago, and they loved the idea, and I brought a great writer named Zach Hugg, who's back in Los Angeles, and he wrote the script. You know, the biggest challenge for us is that this is a movie that takes place during December. It's set in Montana, and so it's doubling for Montana. The biggest challenge for us is the weather. When it starts raining, we have a lot of fake snow and manufactured snow, artificial snow, and rain can wreak havoc on us. So we just have to work around it. So the creative executive producer, such as myself, is sort of the mother of the ship. So I hire the director, I hire all the different components involved in the project. Various department heads are hired by the company we work with, Lighthouse, out of Vancouver, and they bring a lot of these people on. But for myself, what I'm constantly looking at is performance by the actors, changing lines. I rewrite and polish these scripts, so I constantly changing a little bit of dialogue here, a little bit of dialogue there, in order to adjust to maybe situations that we're having at any given time with weather. If we have to shoot inside, if we have to shoot outside. I have to worry about wardrobe. I have to worry about how much snow we have in the scene, how many lights, how many Christmas decorations. Is there audio issues? I've got to redo a take because sometimes there's a motorcycle that drives by here and they don't realize they're killing our sound. So anything creative, anything you see on the screen is what I worry about. This in my life is probably one of the most stunning locations I've ever shot. I've made probably all in about 38, 39 movies and miniseries, and I would say easily this is one of the most beautiful locations I've ever been to. You have these conifer trees, which are all year-round trees, which are almost impossible to find everywhere, so I have to dodge every now and then a tree that's going to leaf or change color, so it looks like December. But here you have an insane abundance of conifers, and that makes our life so much easier, and so that's why it's so easy to shoot here. To give you a little understanding of the North America as a whole, the continent, number one hub is Los Angeles because of the studios, only because of the studios. Number two right now is Vancouver in all of North America. So there are more productions going on in DC than anywhere else on this continent. New York is insane to shoot. Yeah, New York is maybe one of the most beautiful places in the world to shoot, but my budget would be gone in 1 week if I tried to shoot this. We have a 3-week shoot here, but if I was in New York, where I'm from Brooklyn, I would tell you in no uncertain terms, just getting locations, paying for locations would kill us. So, yeah, no, this is much easier. It's much more conducive to what we're doing. You know, anywhere between Canadian can be anywhere between $2 and $3 million. So maybe we fall in the middle there, roughly about 2.5, something around that end. But it fluctuates. Certainly, a lot of movies come here and they'll shoot for much less, 1.5 or something Canadian. But for us, it's about 2.5 Canadian. So yeah, the cameras are usually the choice of the DP, and collectively ours. Usually it's the choice of what the DP loves shooting with best.
Hey, Take him off and you put him in the truck.
I'll put him under our tent.
Okay, I'm walking under your thing. Tina, snow crew. I lead the snow crew. Anything to do with snow right now is my department. So falling snow, ground snow. There's snow, every snow. I have no idea. They just snow the world. To work with, I much prefer to use fish ice because it's lighter and easier on our bodies. But easily, we just broke it down to on an average day, 2 of us have been lifting 9 tons of ice. Yes, that's what I'm doing now. I had no idea this was happening. And that is my world right now.
So
And water is our favorite friend. Holds everything in place, weighs it all down. Usually we have a hose, which is much better, but okay, and then grab the roll.
Okay.
And let's get another couple feet out of there.
So should I clear this out first and then get the roll?
No, you grab it.
Yes.
All right, good.
Everywhere's there's a and the Boston. Okay.
Hey, Brad, you back yet? Oh, there you are.
Oh yeah,
Just
so
bring
that
me a
happens.
bag. Bring me 2 bags, please.
What?
Cute.
Go back in there, please.
We're gonna do some coverage, some tight coverage on a 75. Oh yeah. I think I'll take one. These are diffusion filters. They're pearlescent. It's a kind of diffusion used to soften skin. Yeah, with the bag.
Is it, how high is it going? Oh, Jesus. Sorry?
Lenses can be used infinitely as long as their optics is like remain intact, and like the coatings. It's not unheard of to use really old lenses, and even now, especially with digital, we're starting to use older and older glass just to kind of compensate for the way that digital makes things so crisp. Oh yeah, and a lot of the stuff with like the new mirrorless cameras, you can basically use any lens, any mount, and as long as you have the adapters, it's super efficient. My name's Sam, and I'm a focus puller. For the hallmarks, we use a Panasonic Varicam LT, which is the light version of a Panasonic Varicam 35. I'd say it's a little bit, I think, more of a restricted color space, but overall, like it makes up for it with its dual ISO mode. Because it can shoot 5000 ISO natively. Yeah, it's not bad. It's really useful for when you're shooting night stuff and you don't have a lot of equipment to. You don't have a lot of equipment to light with. What it is it's an ultrasonic distance device, and so the way that works is one side shoots out an ultrasonic like sound, and then it bounces off surfaces and it returns giving kind of the distance. So it's able to measure distance accurately up to 40 feet away. Basically, you adjust it from the focal plane of the camera, so basically where the sensor is, to the back part of the thing.
Nice.
And so then it gives you accurate distance measurements of the lens. Like, a lot of DPs have different lens choices that they like. Usually on this show we like to shoot a 32, 40, and then for our tighter end, like a 65 to 100. Usually the A camera gets the wider shot, and then the B camera gets like a piece of coverage on a tighter lens, like a 75, 100, or depending on the space, a 135 or a 150.
I'm what you call the production sound mixer, so I provide all the audio equipment and record the dialogue of the actors. Essentially, I'm just the sound recordist, and I'm just like the first person making sure that everything is good. And I don't know, we use wireless technology because the whole thing with film crews are mobile and have to be able to film anywhere, like right now in Hope, BC, or on a mountain, etc. Yeah, just, you know, your standard time code sync with slates, smart slates, and locket boxes. For the labs, I primarily use Electrosonics wireless. That's pretty much the gold standard in Vancouver. It's what everyone's using. I also use the DPA labs, which are probably the most high-end labs. There's also the Sync and Cos 11s. Yeah, I don't know what else. And then sound devices corner. Yeah, everything's like designed to work for me, you know, like as much as I think there's a thing where like you're a technician and you're paid to be able to troubleshoot if you have a problem, but you also invest in pro equipment that works for you. I think that's a common thing where you have a minute to solve a problem and you gotta figure it out.
Look horrible? Oh, look at that. This is how it feels, huh? This is how it feels. My name is Davinci Resolve, and I'm the A camera operator for this time of year. The people of Hope are very welcoming to us. They've been very, very helpful. And really, there's no challenges. I guess the biggest challenge is the fact that we're away from the city, where all the camera depots. Do you mind coming a little bit forward? And for all the camera depots and stuff. So, for example, if the electrics need a light or something like that, they have to run all the way to Vancouver. And it depends on the production. In this particular production was considered low budget production. Then the logistics has to be really well planned. And so, because we don't have the feasibility, it's not feasible for a driver to go back and forth, 2-3 times a day. So I guess that's the biggest logistics. Varicam Panasonic, pretty good camera. In reality, to me, it makes no difference because I have a team of excellent assistants. They're the ones that deal with the camera itself. So that the build, and they know how I like it, and it's they build it to what we need. Iris control, follow focus control. Yeah, they really the people that are in charge of them are these two gentlemen over here. The first and second assistant camera. The cinematographer, in this case Ryan McMaster, has chosen a Cook, British made, the S4i series, and the A camera, it works mainly in primes, A B camera, generally speaking, when we're outside, they go with the big Fujinon zoom lens, but we stay with the prime.
Then ingenue 12:1, so it's a 24 to 290. It's quite a vast range for one lens to handle, I guess. Well, this is a sort of the base station of the camera. This is more of doing focus because these.
So you can
these
pull
cameras,
focus right here.
Yeah, I pull focus here. This is so if you look on the just the side of the camera there, that motor that's changing the focus. So I'm reading the distances to the camera and in relation to the actors that are standing there. That, and I'll roll the camera from here as well, and I have wireless video so I can be wherever it needs to be.
We're doing an establisher of the Christmas stage for the show, and we're waiting on some extras to give it a little bit of life, which is always important in those stationary shots. Yeah, hopefully they'll use it, those little pieces. Well, we can go to a slightly wider lens, which is a 25 now, and we can come to the edge of the pond. But, just trying to give a little space. Yeah, and I was trying to the greenness of that. Do you recall what my background is trying to say? They think we're being waiting, or are they walking by?
It feels pretty light.
Just looking over here, like weather-wise, so you guys have bags and stuff ready to go for your camera.
Okay, here we go, everybody.
Rolling on B.
All in anticipation. You're watching the stage. You're chatting with your families.
Set.
Set. Okay, and action.
Action.
Little bit of life. It's Christmas. It's exciting. The show's going to start soon. Everyone's excited.
Maybe somebody, the lady in the black coat, go and get yourself a cookie over the hot chocolate there with those two gentlemen. No, you're in the green coat. Okay. No, you're black coat.
Oh, sorry.
Get yourself a cookie and then go back
Merry
to
Christmas! And then go back to your family and go chat. Nice, lovely.
Do we want to do that again instead of people looking at us? All right. And action. Go get that cupcake. Soldier gentleman by the hot chocolate, give your gal a hug.
No, he's not gonna.
Soldier gentlemen, give your gal a hug.
Hug your wife. There we go.
All right.
They're actually married.
Okay.
We're good. All right, guys, that's a cut. Thank you.